Greetings, global viewers. Welcome to today's enlightening entertainment. Children are a special gift from God. Their shining faces and pure hearts add one-of-a-kind joy and delight to our world. Supreme Master Ching Hai has often spoken about children in a spiritual light, as during a 1999 lecture given in Sweden.
If you watch the child in his eyes, you see the sparks of happiness and of heavenly purity. That is because he is still in contact with God. And as we grow older, if we happen to meet a saint, the one who is reconnected with God again, remember God again, you will see the same spark in his eyes. Just like the Bible says, except you become a child again, you cannot enter the kingdom of God.
Indeed, children are our source of hope and happiness. It is our duty to take care of them as they develop to become healthy, caring, and noble citizens of the world. To promote fraternity among children, to recognize their irreplaceable value and improve their welfare, the United Nations first established the Universal Children's Day in 1954. In 1959, the United Nations General Assembly adopted the Declaration of the Rights of the Child, outlining the basic rights of children. Then, in 1989, 140 countries signed the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child, UNCRC. Almost every member state of the United Nations has ratified the UNCRC, making it the most widely and rapidly supported United Nations treaty in history.
All children have the right to grow up in a protective environment from violence, abuse and neglect, as well as exploitation and discrimination. And the Convention has several foundation principles that underpin all other child rights. And these are non-discrimination, best interests of the child, right to survival and development, and the views of the child.
The basic rights, according to the Convention, include the right to life, the right to express their opinions and have these opinions heard and responded to as is appropriate, and the right to be protected from exploitation. Article 19 states that all appropriate measures must be taken to safeguard the child from all forms of physical or mental violence. These rights are basic standards which serve as stepping stones for the children's further well-being, such as in their health care and education.
No, I think we've seen it's an ideal time to see the progress that we've made in terms of child protection, and the number of countries, states that have ratified it shows an increased awareness and goal to protect children and protect their rights, but also access to services.
Sadly, today more than 1 billion of the world's children live in countries not at peace. 12 million children must live away from their homes because they were abducted, orphaned, or made into refugees. Half the world's refugees are children. Whether from conflict or poverty, 250 million school-aged children are child laborers. Over the past decade or so, 6 million children have been wounded in conflicts. An estimated 300,000 child soldiers, typically forced or misled into combat, are often placed on the front lines. The true cost of war and poverty, conflict and climate change cannot be measured in their numbers, as staggering as they are. For in every individual child is a delicate and sensitive heart whose experiences he or she will carry throughout a lifetime.
Comment sera la vie quand il y aura la paix dans le monde? Tout le monde s'entendrait entre eux. Qu'est-ce que tu préfères dans le monde? La paix.
¿Cómo será cuando haya paz mundial?
No habrán ladrones, no habrán drogas, No habrá SIDA, no habrá nada de eso.
Si fueras la presidenta, ¿qué cosa buena harías para la gente?
Para las personas pobres, comprarles cosas, a darles alimentos.
¿Por qué?
Porque uno tiene que ser malo, tiene que compartir con las otras personas.
Saya mau dunia aman dan penuh kasih sayang.
Ya peace.
Fortunately, many governments, organizations, and individuals have been committed to help these vulnerable children, such as the United Nations Children's Fund, the World Food Program, Office of the High Commissioner for Refugees, Save the Children, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and countless other groups in every country. As a spiritual teacher and humanitarian who deeply cares for all beings, especially the weak and defenseless, Supreme Master Ching Hai has always had a special love and attentiveness toward children. Over the decades, she has personally visited and donated to many children's charities around the world, from orphanages in Côte d'Ivoire, Tajikistan, El Salvador, and Armenia, to children with disabilities in Aulak or Vietnam, students in the Philippines, as well as through various organizations such as the Red Cross and local relief groups. Supreme Master Ching Hai also has contributed to schools and student endeavors such as in Slovenia and the United States. In a 1998 grand concert honoring her music and poetry, Supreme Master Ching Hai donated $250,000 to the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital and the Starlight Children's Foundation in the United States. Supreme Master Ching Hai's love for children extends beyond material care. She teaches them to be filial and moral through her delightful storytelling, which have been recorded in videos and books. Furthermore, her #1 best-selling books about our animal co-inhabitants, the dogs in my life, the birds in my life, and the noble wilds, have enchanted and instilled compassion in countless young hearts. Our program honoring the United Nations Universal Children's Day continues with a focus on how two important issues, climate change and health, are affecting the lives of our younger generations. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television. Welcome back to our program, observing the United Nations Universal Children's Day and the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child. Today, children under the age of 15 make up more than 1/4 of the world's population. Although they have contributed least to global warming, children are among the first and foremost afflicted by climate change, environmental pollution, water and food scarcity, and diseases, whether chronic or epidemic. At the cause of global warming, there has been no root problem larger found than the livestock industry. The newest finding by the World Watch Institute states that at least 51% of greenhouse gas emissions are coming from animal agriculture practices. Each year, climate change-induced disasters due to floods, drought, rising sea levels, and mudslides affect at least 175 million children worldwide.
My main concern about the planet is the rate at which it's declining. Like, disasters such as floods and deforestation and stuff. But, what I want to see in the future, would be like everyone contributing to helping the planet in their own way, such as adopting a vegetarian lifestyle.
But livestock activities have been harming children in more ways than one, apart from causing climate change. For example, half the world's grain supply is fed daily to livestock and factory farms, the very precious grains that can be used to feed human beings, including children. Meanwhile, hunger and related diseases are killing 6 million children a year. That's one child every 5 seconds. Of the surviving ones, many more are undernourished and seriously impaired in both physical and mental development. Similarly, animal farms are a monopolizer of the world's land and scarce water supplies. The livestock sector also ranks as one of the world's major causes of environmental degradation in the form of deforestation, erosion due to grazing, soil and water contamination due to waste and feed crop fertilizer runoff, and air quality damage from toxic fumes. If no action is taken on the unsustainable livestock industry, what would happen?
Then we will double the negative effects on the environment, and we are already at an untenable, unsustainable level when it comes to waste management, when it comes to greenhouse gas emissions, to pollution, to destruction of natural resources, land, water, ecosystems, biological diversity. And then again, we will not find a way to live healthy lives a few years from now, and our children and grandchildren will inherit a very polluted world.
Children are most sensitive to pollution, yet today's animal farms inflict uncontrolled harm and often acute suffering. Children living near the farms have far higher rates of asthma, colds, nerve and brain damage, infant mortality, cancer, and methicillin-resistant Staphylococcus aureus, or MRSA. Children not necessarily near such farms suffer as well. The pandemic swine flu is yet another affliction that originated from meat production. In addition, children as consumers of animal products have become alarmingly susceptible to meat-related disorders such as obesity, heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. The truth is clear that it is their planet and their health at risk, mainly due to meat consumption.
Are you concerned about climate destabilization or global warming?
Yes, indeed. I'm very concerned. It's a big concern for a parent.
Yes, and you've got a couple of young children?
3.
The United Nations did a study and they linked meat production as a major contributor to global warming.
There's a big demand for fast food and so on, and it seems like it is a big problem in more ways than one. And health detriment as well.
Are you a vegetarian?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Si tu étais Premier ministre, que feras-tu pour le monde?
J'interdirais la viande.
Pourquoi interdiras-tu la viande?
Parce que c'est pas bon pour notre planète.
Fortunately, we have world leaders, scientists, parents, and other adults who are caring for the future of our children.
If more people would choose to live a healthier life and have a more balanced diet, eat less meat or preferably no meat, we could ensure that we would decrease environmental degradation, and we could decrease world hunger, and more people would be able to look forward to a better life in the future.
My prayer would be that people recognize how wonderful creation is, how the planet is incredible, the life we have on this planet. With my granddaughter, Sophie, I planted milkweeds last summer because it's incredible. People just need to recognize what the remarkable world that we have, and that we need to preserve this.
Children are our dream-filled future, to be protected and cherished by us. And the youngsters themselves have their own wishes for the future too.
ما یه سیاره بیشتر نداریم. ما زمین رو دوست داریم و برای نجات دادنش هر کاری میکنیم و باید به پدر بزرگترها بگیم که دست از حرف زدن بردارن و وارد عمل بشن.
I wish that everywhere was clean everywhere.
I like living as a human being because you get a lifetime chance to do everything you've always wanted to.
I like most of our life because you get to do stuff.
I love life because there's always experience every day.
I love life because God's in your heart. I don't know what to answer. I 希望这个地球能变成一个真正的天堂. 우리 아이들이 지구에서 계속 살 수 있게 소중한 지구를 보호하고 지켜주세요.
What message would you give to the adults of this world?
I'll give them like the facts, and we're not going to have much time now. We need to work fast to save it.
And what about you?
Well, yeah, same thing.
Whether through sudden calamities or the silent spread of hunger and disease, the effects of climate change and our meat habit impact lives each day. Most vulnerable of all are our fragile and innocent younger generations. Deeply concerned for all the planet's inhabitants, Supreme Master Ching Hai has been working tirelessly to save our Earth, urging humanity to act especially for the children.
Only now, when the planet starts heating up, then we begin to do research about the harmful effect of meat diet. So, we all know that it's hard to quit this, but it's harder to lose our planet. It's harder to lose this only home for our children. If we have a choice to exchange that piece of meat for the whole planet and all the lives and everything else on the planet, all the comfort and the invention, all the life that we're having, it is worth it. So it is good that we sacrifice to protect our planet for our children.
We thank all who are dedicated to ensuring a safer and brighter future for the children. Our gratitude goes to Supreme Master Ching Hai for her immense love shown to these precious souls. To all the children, we join the world in appreciating who you are and all your marvelous God-given qualities. May we always look to your sparkling eyes to remember to care for and treasure one another. Thank you for joining us for today's program. Please join us for Words of Wisdom up next after Noteworthy News on Supreme Master Television. May heaven bless all the beautiful children of our world.
For more details, please visit www.suprememastertv.com/EE.